Number 15. Set to kick this one.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So first down here as they go back to work. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. Makes it past the marker. He's loose down the middle. The 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Kentucky!
Yeah, offensive line, give me a crack. I'll do the rest. How about the Jets? The speed. He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The run inside. It's Woods. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Iamaleava. Taken in by Smith on the right side. Breaks into the open. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
That's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them. They're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
And the Bruins come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Throwing, Iamaleava. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Really nice throw there. I'll tell you, UCLA, they've got an impressive history book of quarterbacks, going all the way back to Rick Neuheisel. Troy Aikman is a name people will recognize. Cade McNown back in my day. And then recently, DTR was carving up defenses too, throwing it. Got to be able to make good decisions. You got to be able to deliver strikes through the air. And this guy right now is doing just that.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Bruins. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And the extra point is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down. He's going to fire deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
They'll give it to Baxter. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On third down, he drops to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Motion from the wideout. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Hauls it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Open on the left side is Smith. There he goes. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Off the arc. It's a fumble. And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
Oof, that's one of those where you breathe really deep. It feels like the ball's in slow motion, just trickling out of bounds. Please get out of bounds. Offense catches a huge break. Now you still got a chance to go put some points on the board.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The Bruins want to crank the tempo. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And they decide to trot out the kicker. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just over 20 seconds to play before halftime. They'll have it 1st and 10. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the grab over the middle. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. Timeout taken by Kentucky. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's 2 things he has to think about on one play.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And the Bruins will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Rides to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Gets it to the back. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll start on the ground with C.J. Baxter. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Turns it loose. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Bruins! A pick 6! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Now the play fake. Fakes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Here's a give to C.J. Baxter. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally, 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
The option look. Now the pitch. Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Wildcats! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
This offense does a really nice job mixing and matching when they want to use these option plays just to catch the defense off balance. They did it right there. Great execution, getting the ball into the pitchman's hands, and man, he showed you the speed.
And he tacks on the extra point.
24, Kentucky, 14.
He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the 1st down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. The RPO, it's complete. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava works the middle of the field. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Bruins have their offense in high gear. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ellis. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Running inside. It's Knight. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. And the Bruins will hustle to the line. To the ground to try to move the chains. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the 4th quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart, he still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4 quarters.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The run inside. It's Knight. Maybe a crease. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a 1st down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching. Keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
And he's knocked down.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rigged running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
We said
just a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. I think they really felt like they had a real good